and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cross-eyed mosquitoes and bow-legged ants. Admission is free. Y'all pay at the door. Pull up a chair and sit on the floor. Welcome now, children, grandchildren, great-granny. It's time for the inaugural episode of the Hartland Hootenanny. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Crow's Nest here at Hartland Studios on Hart Lane in East Nashville, Tennessee, USA. I'm Ketch Secor of Old Crow Medicine Show, and you're watching a brand new show which already happens to be the most exciting hour of live stream entertainment you've ever seen from one man, one banjo, and one Victrola under quarantine. Yes, it's been since Isidore Itzkowitz's transformation to Eddie Cantor that you've seen a program this profoundly wholesome yet haphazardly slipshod, and it is with a buffalo jump of sincerity that I welcome each of you to the broadcast. Our special guest on the Hartland Hootenanny tonight is the one and only Tuttle. How about that? Such a voluminous offering of songs and merriment, bound your way with a vim and vigor of Brill Cream-like dependability. Yet these are harrowing times, so we offer you this hour with an empathetic heart. Well, there's no time like the present. All the old crows couldn't be here tonight because of restrictions, but I'm a one-man Old Crow Medicine Show. Let's jump right into a song. You're live with us here on the Hartland Hootenanny. Woo! Well, how about that for an intro? Hold on now. Let's get you back in focus. Huh? Yeah. Well, I'm riding up Fifth Street, coming up Main. I'm trying to bum a nickel for tobacco cane, but cocaine's gonna kill my honey dear. God, now won't you tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink corn liquor, let the cocaine be. Cocaine, I'm gonna kill my honey dear. I'm gonna blow 'cause it's Saturday night. Well, that COVID-19, it's mighty bad. It's the worst pandemic that we ever had. Come on, hey, hey, honey, take a whiff on me. God, now won't you tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink corn liquor, let the cocaine be. Cocaine, I'm gonna kill my honey dear. Woo! Oh, it's Saturday night on the Hartland Hootenanny. Welcome, one and all. Gosh, can you believe this place? Let me give you the grand tour. Come on, check it out. Isn't this a great setup? It's like I'm in the movies, y'all. God, doesn't that remind you of a song? They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. They'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. And all I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. I might win an Oscar, you can't never tell. All the movies are gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come and see me in the movies, 'cause when you do, I know you will plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time, yeah. And all I gotta do is act naturally. Oh man, how about that? The big time now, boys, out on the big movie screen on a big Saturday night with everybody live at the Hartland Hootenanny. God, that song was written by the great Johnny Russell and of course recorded by so many, Ringo among them. Johnny Russell was somebody that we got the chance to know on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. That's what happens when you spend 20 years in the Nashville scene. Everybody that you love somehow and sometime goes on to Hilbilly Heaven. It's Easter tidings, so we can talk about this because of the resurrectional nature of humanity. I'm taking us over to the gospel. Let me just go a little bit further here. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. So that we can sing a good gospel tune. I dreamed I was there in Hilbilly Heaven. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Last night I dreamed I went to Hilbilly Heaven. And you know who greeted me at the gate? That old cowboy, poet, philosopher, Will Rogers. God, don't you love Will Rogers? Don't you miss him? Hey, Will Rogers gets me thinking about our brothers and our sisters in the Cherokee Nation tuned in live on YouTube from Tahlequah tonight. Right? That puts me in the mind of the song by the great Jack Guthrie, a song that we used to sing every time we went out to the Sooner State with the old crows. We'd sing this one. Oh, way down yonder on the Indian Nation, riding my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Yeah, way down yonder on the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life, it is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I belong. As I turn life's page to the land of the great old sage, in the days of my pony through the draw, where that harpful prairie breeze kissed that beautiful blackjack trees, as I keep back in those hills where I belong. Yeah, way down yonder on the Indian Nation, riding my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Everybody now, way down yonder on the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life, it's my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Yeah. Well, doesn't that sound pretty good? Hey, let's go on over here to the Victrola, and I got to get my banjo out for a little number. Y'all come on over here. This is where we like to get wind up. Say hello to my bobblehead, Dell. Dance for us a little bit now, Dell. Oh, he's got the spirit. It's Saturday night for all those McCurries, Robbie and Ronnie. Hopefully all tuned in tonight to the Hartland Hootenanny's inaugural first time ever with our special guest Molly Tuttle. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's think about what a hootenanny is. Because when I think about a hootenanny, I think about the folk revival and all the pretty music, songs like this from the rooftop singers. Well, you are riding up, sit right down, Daddy, let your mind roll on. Well, you walk right in, stay a little while, babe, don't be gone too long, 'cause everybody's talking about a new way of walking. You don't have to lose your mind. Well, walk right in, sit right down, Daddy, let your mind roll on. Yeah, Daddy, let your mind roll on. Oh, don't you love that one? That was originally recorded by the great Gus Cannon. He did it a little bit slower. He's the fellow who taught Old Crow how to sing this one too. Well, the Minglewood Blues, of course. But how about this one? Ah, what's that tasting like gravy? Mama said I knew you wanna know. Yeah, that tastes like gravy. Put it in your stew, do-do. Well, you cook that chicken and you cook it down low, but the grease come running from Joe. That tastes like gravy. Mama said I knew you wanna know. I mean, Mama said I knew you wanna know. Wow. Well, if that just won't get the fillings right out of the tops of your mouth. That one comes from the great Gus Cannon. Don't you love that? Isn't that a great title? What's that taste like gravy? I like food songs. Barbecue songs are some of my favorites. That gravy song's up there with one of my most favorite bawdy and colorful titles by the great Bo Carter. Won't you please warm up my wiener, 'cause it don't feel right so cold. Bo Carter really had a way with, he also had, Is That a Banana in My Fruit Basket? But it was his band of brothers, the Mississippi Sheiks, that really gave Old Crow some influence. I'll give you a tune now that I learned from the Mississippi Sheiks, and also from a little help from my friend David Bass from the Freight Hoppers. Here it is on the Hartland Hootenanny. That'll be a better day. Was at the spring, one sunny day, my good gal left me, she gone away. That's alright, I don't worry, Lord, that'll be a better day. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, show me a woman that a man can trust anywhere as she's gone. But I don't worry, Lord, oh, that'll be a better day. Don't like my peaches, don't shake my trees, get out of my orchard, woman, if you please. That's alright, I don't worry, Lord, oh, that'll be a better day. Oh, how about that? It's so wonderful to have us a little show on the airwaves. Now that I've given you a tour of the joint here at the Heartland Studios, I can get in my first segment on the Hartland Hootenanny, a segment that I like to call News on Parade. Yes, it's News on Parade Time, where the Hartland Hootenanny investigates what's going on in the minds and in the hearts of the members of Old Crow Medicine Show, America's Sweethearts. And it's also the time when we open up the Pan American mailbag and read your correspondence. But first, the top news item for Old Crow is obviously our latest single, burning up the charts. It's a love song to our hometown, a song we call Nashville Rising, which debuted just last week. And friends, may I please encourage you to download Nashville Rising on Amazon or on iTunes, stream it on Spotify or Pandora, and if you got a mind and a notion and you're crazy like me, even call up your local radio station. Demand that they play it. Also, you could visit us on the interweb at www.crowmedicine.com if you'd like to donate directly. Download it now, and remember that all the proceeds from Nashville Rising directly benefit the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee's Emergency Response Fund. Now, we're going to attempt something that's never been done before, at least on my flip phone. I got all the tools here. We made this wonderful video for our brand new song, Nashville Rising. I'm gonna attempt to play it for you. I don't know that I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try. If I can't, I'll sing it live. But we made this cool video. This is a song that was written and recorded in quarantine from 6 foot distance. So it was pretty much a challenge to make a music video, and we did it with just photographs, but we did our best. Money's going to the foundation. I'm about to press play. Let's stay live for this exclusive version of Nashville Rising here on the Hartland Hootenanny. About to hit it. Ready, set, go!
They say the spring marches in like a lion, and look at that wildcat win a touchdown. All of it's ruin, rubble, and rain. That's troubling for Nashville, my hometown. But ain't we gonna rise? Nashville rising. Ain't we gonna rise up, singing again? We're gonna build it back together, better than it ever was, than it's ever been. Now this ain't the first time the hard truth stared our city down, and it won't be the last one that we'll overcome. See how the circle remains unbroken, Lord. See how these trials and tribulations make us strong. Ain't we gonna rise? Nashville rising. Ain't we gonna rise up, singing again? We're gonna build it back together, better than it ever was, than it's ever been. They say the spring marches in like a lion, and they say she'll walk away just like a lamb. Until that day, I pray God's gonna light the way, and we're gonna shine my city up again and again. Ain't we gonna rise? Nashville rising. Ain't we gonna rise up, singing again? We're gonna build it back together. rising. Ain't we gonna rise up, singing again? We're gonna build it back together, better than it ever was, than it's ever been. So much better than it ever was, than it's ever been.
Oh, how about that? We all sing clapping along, ain't we gonna ride? Doo-doo-doom. I can't believe that. That is so exciting, y'all. Now, you can check in the description below, and that's where you'll find a link to buy Nashville Rising and help us support the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee's Emergency Relief Fund. So please do it now. Do it while you can. And while you're at it, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell, as they say. Now, back to our News on Parade segment. Let's go ahead and take a peek into the Pan American mailbag here on the Hartland Hootenanny. I've got it right here. Okay, it's that wonderful time where we read through your cards and letters and we hear from some of the folks who love the Hootenanny and tune us in on Saturday night. Let's see what's in the old Pan Am box today. Okay, let's see. Here's one from Skirt Dog 5 who writes, at SC Believin', do you checkin' this? Here's one, Jill _74 writes, heart, 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 purple heart, blue heart. Thanks, Jill. I am Greg Farley writes, I'm here from York, Maine, thumbs up. Welcome, Greg. Anybody else tuned in from Maine tonight? Let's see. The real Stephanie Tetro writes, this is making me smile, OMG. We're so glad we're all smiles here on the Hartland Hootenanny tonight. Here's one. Oh, Chigger _bites writes, that's cute. Been wanting to see these guys, fantastic, smiley tiger face. And finally, Fruity _ X2 Pebbles writes, major crush, fluttering hearts emoji, face mask, Hakuna Matata hand gesture. That's so great. We're so glad that everyone is tuned in all around the country. What a thrill to be with you. If you want to write the Hartland Hootenanny, it's easy. And with quarantine providing you ample time for activities such as letter writing and stamp ordering and envelope licking and disinfecting after your mail carrier visits your porch, then please write to us. Please write, because we hope you get your letters sent out today so that we can read them on the air. Mail them to, are you taking this down? The Hartland Hootenanny in care of Old Crow Medicine Show's Heartland Studios, 711 Hart Lane, Nashville, Tennessee, 37216. Don't have time to disinfect on your way to the post office? Stay home, folks, and correspond with the Hartland Hootenanny on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Yeah. Hey, how about we get a couple of tunes going before we bring in our very special guest? Okay, hold up. I'm going to take you on over here. Because here on the Hartland Hootenanny, there's always something to crow about. So I wanted to do a couple of old crow tunes. You know, just sort of get into the spirit. Here's a couple of old crow songs. I hope you'll sing along with me back home. I was born and raised a bootlegger boy in the Cherokee Hills. I plied my trade in Mountain City. I had me a time just to making money on moonshine. Well, I'm going back to Mountain City where I can make another run. Load my trunk with the moonshine whiskey. I am a true bootlegger son. Yeah. All right, it's a medley now. Stay with me, y'all. Take me back to my shack number 9. Take me back to my shack number 9. There's a dog on my track and a quart in my shack. Take me back to my shack number 9. Yes, they lick it up again and jump the Cadillac. Oh, take me back to my shack number 9. Take me back to my shack number 9. There's a dog on my track and a cord in my shack. Take me back to my shack number 9. Hey, I want to send out a big howdy to all my bandmates in Old Crow at home in their self-quarantines tonight, tuned in to the Hartland Hootenanny. So I'm going to dig from over here in this position here. So here goes. Hello, Joe Jackson Andrews, pride of Anniston, Alabama. You know Joe, he's always a multi-instrumentalist with the Old Crows. Ain't nothing that kid can't pick. Hello also to the Georgia Peach, Road Bobby Price. And from Lookout Mountain, Chattanooga, Tennessee, a big doghouse bass slap on the rear end to Mr. Morgan Janik. Greetings to the one and only Jerry Pentecost, probably soaking in the bath salts tonight. Enjoy, my friend. And a big howdy-do to Charlie Worsham, that green-thumbed Mississippian mound builder and guitar monster. And last but certainly never least, warm and fun salutations to the pride of North Little Rock, Arkansas, Corey Yance. Woo! Well, I'm just getting warmed up, y'all. Hey, that reminds me. We still need to say a word of thanks to our sponsors. What was I thinking? Come on over here. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, come over here and check it out now. Oh, we got a little hot. If chewing tobacco is your quarantine guilty pleasure, then this one's for you. You're gonna love this stuff, y'all. This is Orphan Boy, the real deal. Look at this. They used to make this in St. Louis by the John Weiser Tobacco Company. I think this stuff was about $1. It's plug, it's leaf, it's broad, it's golden, it's burley, it's one flyer dark sucker. Oh man, this is a good smoke. Only Orphan Boy is good enough for us. Now, if you have ever listened to the Old Crows, you know that we love to sing about that nasty weed. Oh, we chew it, we smoke it, we dip it, we snuff it, and we'd eat it if we could. So, without further ado, a handful of songs about either tobacco or mules. You take your pick. Ready? Hardest work that ever I've done, bent beneath that burning sun, is hauling that tobacco around to cure. How we chop that wicked weed till our hands and fingers bleed, working like a mule, maybe more. We've been farming on this land since 1810, through flood, drought, and pestilence and war. But now I sure am sad to say that I live to see this day, that we don't grow tobacco around here no more. Hey, we don't grow, though it's still the only work we'll ever know. We don't grow, no, we don't grow tobacco around here no more. All right, well, I had a girl, her name is Eve. Every time I hit her, she holler police. Cook them biscuits, cook them brown. So we let down around here, get you to the mule kicking in your stall. Then you gotta tear it down, keep tearing it down. Tearing it down, bed slaps it all. Keep tearing it down, now you say, keep tearing it down. Oh, you get another mule kicking in your stall. You gotta tear it down. Catch another mule kicking in your stall. You gotta tear it down. Okay. Whew, now that I'm officially warmed up, it's time to take a moment and thank some folks who are so hardworking. This is the role of country music. We're out here to champion the causes of the hardest working Americans. It's almost time for our social distancing square dance, but before we get out on the dance floor, I'd like to take a moment on the Hootenanny to offer a serious note of love and thanks and gratitude to some folks who couldn't tune in tonight because they're so busy working hard to keep our country carrying on. Yes, folks, I mean those hard-working Americans who are sacrificing their own safety to provide basic necessities for you and me. I mean the farmers and the farm laborers and the truck drivers and people who toil in meat and poultry processing facilities and folks working in grocery stores. All of them are working together to keep the shelves stocked so that we can all share Easter tidings with the ones we love. I also want to thank first responders, police officers, border agents, TSA workers, and especially healthcare workers, doctors and nurses, surgeons, scientists working for a cure, nursing home workers, hospice care assistants, and what about civic leaders helping our cities, our states, and counties remain functioning? Thank you, all of you who are doing something for others in need at this time. We salute you, hard-working men and hard-working women. God bless the working man and woman just like me. Out there on the front lines fighting COVID-19, gonna keep on working. As long as their two hands are fit to use. Now they might drink a little beer in a tavern, if they can find one that's open. And they can approach the bar from a 6-foot distance. And they can ask the bartender to pour them something salubrious and effervescent, and then enjoy it, and then go out and keep doing their job. Yeah! All right, folks, you know what it's time for. You've been waiting for it. It's time for the social distancing square dance here on the Hartland Hootenanny. Let me pick up my fiddle and make sure it's in tune. Oh, that's what we know. That's what you know it's time for, because that sound, folks, it means it's time for the Hartland Hootenanny social distancing square dance. Now, let me pull up a log and lay one on you. No, seriously, it's time that I pull out a log. It's something to help me get in the square dancing spirit. Wait, what is this log I'm talking about? A real log. Let me get it for you. Hold on. Come on over here, log cam. That's a little loggier. Oh, come on in here, big Bertha. Bodoc, actually. Ah, look at her shine. Now, this is a log from a tree felled during the Super Tuesday tornado here in East Nashville, which reminds me, you guys ought to download Nashville Rising right now. And while you're at it, you can like our page and ring our bell and subscribe while you're at it. So, this is a log from a tree felled during the Super Tuesday tornado in East Nashville, and it seems to have some sort of white lightning juju put into it, because wait till you see what it does for your dance steps. Are you ready to roll? Here we go! Yeah! All right! Now grab your partner from a space of roughly 6 feet and hold on tight. Woo! Fellas, don't let her out of your sight. Just don't touch her, all right? It's a buck dancer's choice, ladies. Just be sure you first choose plenty of space between you and your man. Ah! It's more like do-si don't, but let's do it anyway! Ah! Oh, all right. I think we really burned down the barn. Thanks for cutting a rug at home during this week's thrilling edition of the Hartland Hootenanny's Social Distancing Square Dance. Woo! All right, back to the lock with you, Nessie. Hey, you know what that sound means? It's time for tonight's guest star. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to go straight into our next special segment here on the Hartland Hootenanny. And that's a wonderful, wonderful bit that I like to call Brighten Your Quarantine Up with tonight's guest star. Now, the celestial orbit is particularly well illuminated tonight by none other than Nashville's favorite flat picker and one of the most talented new voices on the roots music scenes today. Let me see if I can pull her up on Skype. Hold on now. Wait. Don't nobody say nothing. Hold on. I can do this. Okay, ready? Please make welcome to the Hartland Hootenanny, the electrifying Molly Tuttle. Did it work?
Hello,
God,
can you
it
see me?
worked.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
Awesome. Hey, how's
great.
it
Welcome
going?
to
This
the
has been so
Hootenanny.
much fun. Thank you. I've been square dancing over
Oh,
here.
did you cut a rug?
Just getting pumped up. Yeah,
I hope you
definitely.
remembered to stay 6 feet apart.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
wondering if,
definitely.
so we got a good signal here? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear. Molly, I'm so glad to see you. Thanks for
Awesome.
coming and being my very first guest on this inaugural performance of the Hartland Hootenanny. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is so much fun.
You tell me about that guitar you brought with you there. Is that one of your new ones?
This is actually an older, well, it's not old. I've only had it for a couple years, but this is a pre-war guitar company guitar. A couple years old. They make these in Hillsboro, North Carolina, but this is one of my favorites. I've been spending a lot of time with all my different guitars the last few weeks, so really getting some quality time in.
Well, I want to catch up with everything that's new, Molly Tuttle, but first, all our folks back home on Saturday night, they just want to hear you sing something with that signature voice and styling of yours. So take it away. Let's hear you play. Wait, I'm going to put you in the full screen.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me when. Okay, awesome. Cold, cold nights lead to cold, cold mornings. The road keeps going and it never seems to end. Lonely hearts that cry without warning when the light ain't shining from around the bend. Take the journey, no matter where it starts, where it ends. Take the journey, someday you'll make it back home again. You can try to control the weather, but the rain inside you is still gonna fall. Days of drought will really scar you. There's no use hiding, gotta face it all. Take the journey, no matter where it starts, where it ends. Take the journey, someday you'll make it back home again. Skies are falling all around you. Who will protect you from your deepest fears? Take the hand of the one beside you. Let the fire guide you. The path is clear. Take the journey, no matter where it starts, where it ends. Take the journey, someday you'll make it back home. Someday you'll make it back home.
Oh,
Thank
man,
you.
that sounds good, and I love that song. Take the journey!
Thanks.
Man, you sound
Thanks, Charlie.
You did something that I love. It's so
Thanks.
rare in this world. You play clawhammer banjo on your guitar.
I did. Yes. I learned that style when I was growing up in California. I learned clawhammer banjo, and then this guy, Michael Stadler, who was just around on the Bay Area music scene, showed me that you could transfer this style to guitar, which kind of blew my
It's
mind.
blowing our mind here on the Heartland Hootenanny tonight. Now, Molly, in all the gigs that we've done together, and in the studio that we found ourselves in together, and the projects, even with songs that we've written together, and also, of course, with Nashville Rising, which you really rock and sort of own. I mean, your parts are just so important to that track. I just love what you did. But in all of our travels together in the past year, since I very first heard you about a year ago on the Grand Ole Opry and was like, oh my God, who's that? In all those times, I've never really had the opportunity to interview you. So I'm pretty excited to get to ask you a couple of questions. Are you ready?
Ooh.
Okay.
I think
now,
so.
listen. If any of my questions are too, I don't want to ask anything too revealing or something that's hard for you. But this is a safe space to talk about whatever's on your mind, right? Okay. Cool. Right.
Yeah. Not worried about it.
I wrote these out earlier. This is just stuff that I just wanted to know in a public forum. So, what's your favorite topping on a pizza?
Ooh, I love that question. I think pesto and artichoke hearts, but probably artichoke hearts would be my favorite.
How about what would be your desert island snack food?
Avocados, definitely, no question.
Ooh, here's a scintillating one. Who is your dream celebrity quarantine roommate?
Ooh, that's a fun question. So many different. I mean, if I'm gonna go with my celebrity crush, I'd have to say Ryan Gosling. I'm sure a lot of ladies out there will agree with me, but in terms of people I'm obsessed with, probably Beyonce, just because I want to know what she's doing at all times in quarantine, and I love her.
Man, that's like, she's my dream celebrity quarantine roommate too. With or without privileges. Beyonce. Hey, how about, okay, this is a really important one. Favorite scent of either bar or liquid soap?
Ooh, I'm gonna be boring and say lavender. I'm a simple lady. I like lavender soap.
Besides this global pandemic, tell us what some of your other favorite global pandemics are.
I don't know. I don't even know what another global. I mean, I don't really have any favorites. The only other one I think of is the Spanish flu, because I've been reading about that one in the news. I wouldn't say favorite though, but I'll go with that, I guess.
Okay, great. Hey, you seem like a really level-headed person. Tell us some of your quarantine tips for keeping cool in these troubling times.
Ooh, I feel like I could use some tips. I don't know. I've been just kind of taking it easy, sleeping a lot, taking naps, lighting some candles in the evening, going for walks. You see, you're getting sleepy already. I have my little salt lamp. I turn that on. Just try to stay relaxed. And these are crazy times, so you just want to make sure you're keeping it cool and relaxed.
Finally, Molly Tuttle, what's the very first thing that you're going to do when the quarantine lifts?
Ooh, I've been thinking about this because there's so many things I miss. I mean, I just want to go to a concert. I don't really like going to Nashville, but I've been missing the hustle and bustle of it recently. So maybe just do something exciting. Like,
you broke up, so I'm just going to assume you said Disney World. All right.
Yep.
Hey, would you do us a great favor and play another song? It's Saturday night. Folks, the switchboards are lit up. Everyone wants to hear your beautiful voice and hear another one of your classy numbers. Sing something sweet for us, will you, Molly Tuttle?
Okay. Sure. I'll do another one for you guys.
Ready? Okay.
Lit up the sky, and the world went dark. I could hear the silence break through the night, igniting my heart. The lines fell, stars were shining all around us. Time went on and on. I can see it now. The light came in when the power went out. I can feel it. I We won't let the fire die. Lines fell, stars were shining all around us. Time went on and on. I can see it now. The light came in when the power went out. I can feel it now. The love came in when the power went out. I saw you for the first time when the power went out. I can't wait for the next time when the power goes out. I saw you for the first time when the power went out. Power went out. Power went out. I can see it now. The light came in when the power went out. I can feel it. I can feel it now. The love came in when the power went out. I can see it. I can see it now. The light came in when the power went out. I can feel it. I can feel it now. The love came in when the power went out.
Oh, Molly, it sounded so great. Put your hands together back home on the
Thank
Hartland
you.
Hootenanny.
Thanks
You
for
heard
having
Molly
me.
Tuttle. Wasn't that wonderful? God, I love that song. Thanks so much, Molly, for that
Oh,
gorgeous
thank you.
tune.
Thanks so much for having me. It's an honor to be your
Yeah,
first
come back
guest.
soon. I hope you're going to come back really soon, and I hope that you stay safe in quarantine. Keep your hands clean. Don't touch your face.
Thanks. You too.
We love you, Molly. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Oh, what a special treat that was. Oh my God, that was awesome. Hey, it's time for our record of the week. Come on over here to the Victrola. Yeah, because it's Saturday night, y'all. Let's get them dancing. Now, I got to move my pal, Mr. McCurry. Let's get him up there. Nice. Oh yeah, look at him bobble. We're going to reschedule Delfest. You know it. I bet they've already got a date picked out. And you'll be able to see all the old crows. Now, I picked out a real monster record for you here. Now this is just like some fun with our Record of the Week segment, the time in the Hootenanny where we crank up the old Victrola, just like old great-grandma did on Saturday nights, as we listen to the ragged but right sounds of yesteryear on the old-timey phonograph. Crank her up, boys, and let her whine. All right, it's the Delmores on Saturday night.
Everybody loves her, everybody hugs her, everybody loves my sleepy time gal. Just the other night I caught her slipping around with Fruity Goose, thanks my very best pal. I'm worried, yes I'm worried, 'cause my gal, she likes to prowl. Everybody loves her, everybody hugs her, everybody loves my sleepy time gal.
Oh, that's so wonderful. God, that sounds so good.
Everybody loves her, everybody kisses her, everybody loves my sleepy time dame. She's a little precious, she's a little luscious, she's the devil's daughter just the same. I mean,
Oh, doesn't that sound beautiful? Saturday night, you gotta hear a good record whine. Now, it's time for a segment we like to call The Stars Speak, where we listen to the words of a famous roots musician, just the way he intended, or she intended it. Now, I picked out a really great one because tonight's featured Stars Speak artist is the great Woody Guthrie. So allow me to render something from that dashing bard of the Dust Bowl, that prolific Oklahoman turned Coney Islander, the This Land Is Your Land rabble-rouser, the great Woody Guthrie, whose picture is seen up here. Let me just point him out to you, folks. Yeah, there he is. Now, I want to pay one other word to our sponsors here. Here's a sponsor of ours called Louisville Slugger from up there in the Bluegrass State on the bend turn of the Ohio River, where they're cranking out Old Crow Medicine Show bats. Call and get yours today. Now, I'm going to read something by the great Woody Guthrie for you now, and this is just a short little piece called Bound for Glory. I'm going to read it to you now. After I wrote my book, Bound for Glory, and you read through the pages of it, you might have been one of the several that wrote to me or stopped me to ask me when I was going to park my carcass down long enough again to write you up another life-bound novel, real and unreal. And so I'd just like to say here and now tonight, while we got this time and this place here to talk and to listen, that I've got a high feeling running in me about a good book done well. I spend big hunks of my good money in bookstores, progressive, and I buy up every sort of a book from evolution to folk singery. From Charles Darwin to Leadbelly, from Pushkin through Sandberg on up to Woody Guthrie, and I still feel that I just can't get printed the words I write into my novel books. I think I've got a good ear and a good eye for a good story heard or seen, and I take in plenty of movies and most of the staged plays around, and I've actually wrote up some of the longest and hottest pages and stacks of pages in the forms of novels and true tales, but still, there is something too slow and too plowy and ploddy for me to spend my time at fooling around with long novels when I'd rather to hear a room full of my comrades and friends sing out real loud one of my songs, which I've wrote, say, from the start to the finish. So before I turn out my lights here to call it a night, let me just leave you with this plain in your head, that I've never heard nobody yet get a whole room full of friends and enemies both to sing and to ring the plaster down singing out a novel. And like I liked so much on the tips of my ears, I do aim to write out a couple or three booking tales I got headed up. Sometimes in these first years about to come, books I've already got started and several hundred pages torn up on, but outside of these 2 or 3 books, I'm going down the trail of folk songs and ballads old and new, and I aim to give us all some good true history songs to sing with the highest gospel of religious fire on earth. Whoa. Words from the legendary Woody Guthrie from his wonderful book collection called Born to Win. Hey, let's play some Woody Guthrie music here on the Hartland Hootenanny. I think you're going to like this one. Well, let me fix my hat. Got to get it good and cockeyed. I've been having some hard traveling, I thought you know. I've been having some hard traveling way down that road. I've been having some hard traveling, hard rambling, hard gambling. I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. I've been having some hard harvesting, I thought you know it. I've been North Dakota to Kansas City, way down that stacking that wheat and piling that hay, just trying to make about $1 a day. And I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. Now listen, I've been having some hard rock mining, I thought you know it. Well, I've been leaning on the pressure drill way down that road. Well, the air hose flying and the feed hose sucking. 6 feet of mud, yeah, sure been a mucking. And I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been having some hard traveling, I thought you know. I've been having some hard traveling way down the road. Oh, I've been having some hard traveling, hard rambling, hard gambling. I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. Oh, mighty fine, mighty fine. Now, let me put my guitar down. Make sure my angle looks pretty decent. I'm going to take you on over here to the record bin. Oh, yeah. And when I do, we're going to do our segment called The Other Record of the Week. Now, you all got a chance to hear the meta-modern sounds in country and western music here on the Victrola. But now I think it's time that we update the technology, y'all. Crazy. While we're over here at the record bin, let me pull out a vinyl selection. Let's see what looks good. Ooh, over here in the P's, my favorite. This is one called Broken Hearts and Dirty Windows, a celebration of the music of our most beloved Nashville songwriter, John Prine. So I'm going to play just a little snippet of one here. I hope you're going to love it. It's a song that Old Crow contributed to this album, and also a band that I'm just wild about, Scott and Seth and Bob and Joe and Bonnie and so many others that form up that wonderful group called the Avett Brothers. So here they are doing Spanish pipe dream. Move to the country, build you a home. Plant a little garden, ate a lot of peaches. Try to find Jesus on your own. Now tell us, Seth. Oh, yeah? Woo! Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Oh, how about that now? Plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches. Well, that sounds like good words to think about and consider as we move over here to the... I want to get over here to the gospel portion of this program. We're about ready to close things up here on the Hartland Hootenanny. But before we do, we want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the show. And we got just enough time to tell one little story. One little story. Oh, always sounds a little sweeter when things are in tune here. All right now. Well, it's Easter time, y'all. That wonderful time of year. Oh, when everybody that you love comes real close. Now, it's a really strange kind of Easter that we're having here in the spring of 2020. I'm not gonna lie. I never saw it coming, and I can't imagine it. But it's the time, no matter what's going on in the world, that we think about resurrection, we think about rising. And when I think about rising, I think about wings. Wings of all shapes and sizes. Wings on mosquitoes. Wings on flies that buzz around kitchens. Wings even on angels. One thing that made John Prine's music so special is that there were a whole lot of wings in all of his songs. But this isn't gonna be a story about wings. It's a story about meatloaf. It's a story that takes place on my birthday, the year that I turned 30, which really, folks, was only a few years ago. May 14th is my birthday. I woke up feeling 30, y'all, and it felt great. I lived in Nashville, Tennessee. I had a hot band that was rising. I got up that morning and I wanted to do something I'd never done before because I felt like a man, 30 years old, and I wanted to get a man-sized lunch. Now, what do you do when you want to get a man-sized portion? You got to go to the Silver Sands. Yeah, the Silver Sands restaurant on the north side of Nashville, Tennessee. Just follow your nose. And what's a man gotta eat on his 30th birthday? Meatloaf, and a lot of it. So follow your nose. Now, if you start sniffing, the first thing you're gonna smell is the Bruton Snuff Factory. Close your nose. It might make you a little queasy, especially if they're in there making Copenhagen long cut with the whiskey peach flavor. Anyway, follow your nose again and you'll pick up the trail of that meatloaf. Follow it to the dingiest little joint where for 50 years they've been serving up meat and three. Now, folks are listening to this program from all around the world and they don't know what meat and three is. What's meat and three? Well, that's when you order your meat and you get 3 sides to go with it. Remember, this is a story about meatloaf. So I went up to the counter, I ordered the biggest piece of meatloaf with gravy and ketchup on the side. Oh man, and then I got 3 sides to go with it. I had a world of sides to choose from. I could have got sweet potato pie with or without walnuts. I could have had chow chow as a side, or just good old cucumbers and onions. But I picked 3 favorites to accompany my meatloaf on the plate. I picked shoe peg corn, butter beans, and turnip greens. So I took my meatloaf with the butter beans and the shoe peg corn and the turnip greens, and I sat down. And then I began to eat, and it was so delicious. And I sopped up the pot liquor of my greens with my hot water cornbread. When looking through the plate glass window, who did I see but John Prine, walking slowly, ambling towards the Silver Sands Soul Food Kitchen on the north side of Nashville, because it was Wednesday, my birthday, and he wanted to get himself something good to eat too. Well, I watched him go through the line, and I was starting to eat faster now and getting a little bit nervous, when all of a sudden he sat down 1 table over from me, and I looked at him and I gave him that kind of smile that says, I know who you are, but you don't know who I am, but I want you to know who I am, because I want to know more about who you are. That kind of smile, right? Well, I gave him a look like that, and then I thought, oh my God, I'm going to talk to him. Come on, it's my birthday. Come on, it's like my present. But then I just looked at his plate. What did John Prine have on his plate? Meatloaf, shoe peg corn, butter beans, and turnip greens. We had the exact same plate of meat and 3. Me and John Prine sitting 1 table apart from each other on my 30th birthday at the Silver Sands restaurant, y'all. It was so great. I knew I didn't need to say nothing to the guy. I just sat, I gave a big smile, I belched twice, and I said goodbye. It was the most wonderful birthday present, just to have the same thing on my plate as the great John Prine. And it wasn't just 2 years later that they were printing up posters that said John Prine with special guest, Old Medicine Show. Now how about one of them songs that's not about meatloaf, but a song about wings? Wings for flying away on. Wings of resurrection. Wings of powerful springtime winds blowing gentle and smooth across the landscape. Resurrection wings on the Saturday night before Easter. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning, thunder were desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Now when I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Hell, he weren't much to look at, but he's a free rambling man. Oh, but that was a long time, and no matter how I try, the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Yeah, make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Hey! All right, it's time for the last verse. Ready? Here's one for John. You'll help us sing. the kitchen. I can hear them buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and not have nothing to say? Hey, 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 make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Hey, just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Oh man, how quickly time flies when you're having fun on the Hartland Hootenanny. Well, that's just about all the time we have for you here tonight. We want to thank our special guest star, Molly Tuttle. And I hope that we're going to see all of you again next Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, when our special guest will be none other than the newest touring member of the Old Crow Medicine Show. Charlie Worsham will be here. So get your requests ready for next Saturday night when the Hartland Hootenanny goes all Mississippi on you with a special guest, Charlie Worsham. Until next week, you can keep following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can like this page. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and be sure and ring that bell. And before you do anything, go out and download Nashville Rising. Do it tonight, folks. You can see it at the bottom of your screen. Help us spread the love and raise money and awareness for a most worthy cause. We'll see you next week, and until we meet again, God bless, be safe, take care, wash your hands, don't touch your face, keep your distance, stay positive, optimistic, hopeful, healthy, cheerful, groovy, motivated, spirited. Oh, by the way, so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. Till we all find a cure, let us all quarantine. Ask the folks from the CDC. Well, the COVID-19, it marched in like thunder. It covered us over and it covered us under, but our spirits were good and we rose up each day and pitched in our part to help keep everyone safe, singing so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. Till we find a cure, let us all quarantine, say the folks from the CDC. All right, let's roll a little bit of outgoing theme music, y'all, and we're gonna say it farewell. And we just, all right, now hold on, everybody. I gotta get my boombox fired up. Whoa! Thanks again for joining us tonight on the Hartland Hootenanny. We appreciate you, each and everyone, so much out there. Thanks for your years of love and support to the Old Crow Medicine Show. And know that without your steadfast friendship, we'd probably all be dead or in jail by now. So thanks for keeping us out of the clink and in the pink, folks. We love you, we really do. We also love tonight's guest star on the Hartland Hootenanny, the fabulous Molly Tuttle. And we wish her well on her way. Surely she's bound for great things ahead. And who else do we love on the Hartland Hootenanny tonight? We love John Prine, Orphan Boy Tobacco, Alden Raven, the Delmore Brothers. We love Will Rogers and Patsy Montana, Scott and Seth and all the Avid Brothers, the Freight Hoppers, David Bass Franklin and Carrie Fridley, the Mississippi Sheiks and Tex Ritter. We love Woody and Arlo and Nora Guthrie. Everybody tuned in from Okima tonight on the Cherokee Red. We love Jack Guthrie and Walt Disney too. We love Johnny Russell, Ringo Starr, Gus Cannon, the Allen Brothers, the city of Montgomery, Alabama, Chicago, Illinois, and Muhlenberg County, Kentucky. And finally, we love the Meatloaf Special at the Silver Sand Soul Food Cafe, located at 937 Lockleader Street, North Nashville, Tennessee, 37208, where for over 50 years they've been serving it up just like Mama used to make. That's all the time we have for on the Hartland Hootenanny, but we'll see you next week. God bless, take care, wash your hands, don't touch your face, keep your distance, keep optimistic, hopeful, healthy, cheerful. Good night from Nashville. God bless. Woo!